Hey, Bold fans. Yes, it's TGIF Friday. And you know what? We're going to have a conversation about this particular episode and doing something a little bit different. I usually do my recaps like a story time type of recap. But you know what? We're going to just have a conversation about what happened. If you haven't checked out the Young and the Restless video earlier today, I did that as well with that type of theme. So you know what? Let me give you some highlights and then we'll talk about it. All right. And first, we got Katie confronting Poppy about Tom. We also see Deacon has more questions than answers because Justin shows up. And then Bill and Justin, actually, I guess we didn't see the makeup and the friendship that they had. Yeah. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and unpack this episode for July 26th. Okay, so we're going to start down in the studio because we got the chaos beginning down in Brooke's bedroom photo shoot. And I mean, we got makeup, we got robes, we got Ridge, and we got Brooke. And Ridge is doing all of the pep talk, making sure that she feels confident and beautiful as she sprawls across that bed that's across the room. However, Brooke is feeling kind of like, I don't know about this one. I mean, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but maybe you should get somebody else to do it. And he was like, no, why would I do that? Then guess who saunters in? None other than Hope and Steffi. And you talking about the beginning of World War III? And the crazy thing, and I just had to laugh, Steffi, she didn't miss a beat. She came right out and talked about that old bed being retired. Why? Because she said it got too many miles on it. And yeah, that was a joke, but I don't think she was thinking that's a joke. She was serious. Anyway, they kind of switch gears and they talk about the red teddy that Brooke has, and she says, you know what, I still got that red teddy. Just ask your father. Brooke, I don't think that's something you should be telling his daughter, to ask her father about the red teddy that you wear for him when the two of you get intimate. Yeah, I don't think that's a good look at all. Anyway, we see Hope pushing the button saying, hey, she's going to do a great job. Isn't that right, Steffi? Knowing that Steffi was not going to give the answer that she was expecting. I was hoping that this next thing was going to happen. Finn, timely arrival with a latte saves Steffi from spiraling in her thoughts. Then the two of them share a kiss that's just as sweet enough to make everybody a little tad nauseous and jealous. Key and cue in Hope. Yeah, she's looking, and of course she can't help but flash back to the time that she confessed finding Finn attractive. Yeah, you talking about something crazy. I mean, Steffi has no clue what's going on in the mind of Hope Logan, but you know who do? Her husband. And he hasn't even told her yet that Hope came on to him, or that he even had that conversation with the door closed about she was released right after she made that admission of how she find him attractive. Once again, Bridge is doling out another pep talk to Brooke, reminding her how scorchingly hot she is. And of course, Steffi is groaning at the sight of the two of them, whispering to Finn about Hope's enjoyment of Brooke being in the limelight. So let's switch scenes because we got another set of kisses going on between Bill and Poppy, because they obviously had a hot night together and she ain't ready to let him walk out that house. Even though he had to pull himself away, she also brought up the fact that she needed him close because Katie is getting on her nerves, getting under her skin. However, Bill is continuously saying, look, I had the recipient of being part of her wrath from time to time, but don't worry about it. Katie is harmless. Yeah, unbeknownst to him, she's digging up dirt right as they speak. Yep, Katie, being I Spy Private Eye, being a digital detective on a mission in the design office. I mean, her eyes are wide as she unearthed and dig up dirt. Old news about the music festival where Poppy and Bill first crossed paths, and her jaw dropped. Girl, close your mouth or fly might fly in it, because she discovered that Tom Starr, yeah, the one that just overdosed, was a blast from the past and was headlining that same very festival. And that's interesting because, I mean, if I was to go to a Drake or a Chris Brown concert, will she accuse me of that too if she feels that obsessed about it? What the coincidence, even though we do know Poppy does have ties to Tom. Bill now decides to head to Il Giardino and push Deacon's buttons about his empty restaurant and saying, hey, maybe because you had 2 deaths at the restaurant, yeah, you have no business. But what is your business there, Bill? Obviously to taunt Deacon. And of course, he threw shots at Sheila Sharp, his wife. And Deacon was like, don't be talking about my wife. My wife had nothing to do with it. If she did, she would be behind bars. And we have some information that we didn't know about because the last time we saw Justin, he was working for Forrester and turned his back on Bill. Well, I guess they buried the hatchet because the two of them are happy about the fact that they can now put the tension behind them and the fact that they are now going to see a baseball game together. Okay, fine. Obviously, they put these two back together for a reason and for this storyline, to say the least. After all of the smiles and bro hugs with Bill chatting about ball tickets and their newfound camaraderie, Deacon observed the fact that Justin was at the night that fatal overdose happened, which of course with him sparked more questions than answered. That whole power outage the same night also add another layer to this so-called mystery, though Justin insists that it's pure coincidence. Right, Justin. Now Bill is speculating wildly. He put it back on Sheila again, but Deacon leaped to his bride's defense once again, asserting that, look, she's innocent despite her past, and Justin, with a skeptical eyebrow, says it all, yet he remains silent on the whole subject. And now we can't forget about the fact that these two were throwing shots at each other's significant others. I mean, you got Deacon throwing shots at Poppy, you got Bill throwing shots at Sheila, and it went back and forth until Deacon conceded by saying, look, I'm happy in my relationship, you're happy in yours, let's just leave it at that. And finally, back over at Bill's house, Poppy is trying to get an attempt at relaxation until guess who barged in through the window? Katie, unannounced, throwing a firestorm of accusations. She dropped a bombshell, revealing that Tom Starr, who recently overdosed, was at the same festival where Poppy first met Bill. Katie's insinuations are trying to be sharp and pointed, implying more than just a casual connection. She asked this girl if she was sleeping with him, was it her lover? And of course, she gave that flashback to Tom having the whole conversation about him being Luna's father and how she said, look, the paternity test showed that Bill is the father. And Katie is being relentless. She is cornering Poppy about her 20-year delay in confessing the truth to Bill, questioning her motives, and insinuating a possible affair with Tom Starr. And this is when Poppy defenses rise. I mean, her voice was shaking, and she denies the allegations, but Katie, like a bulldog with a bone, she ain't gonna let it go. That girl jumped in her face like, what are you gonna do? And I'm telling you, Katie, I think you need to mind your own business. Whoever she was sleeping with back then, it's none of your business. And the thing is, Lee already told you, from what we know, that the paternity test was accurate. And you still saying you claim that he was the father. You're trying to trap him. You're a gold digger. If she was a gold digger and she was sleeping with Tom, make that make sense. And then at the same time, Katie, the situation when it came to her knowing about Bill, she could have tracked Bill down and got with him a long time ago if she wanted his money. None of that makes sense, and I don't know if this is bad writing, but all I know is that I don't think she did it. I think it was actually Bill and maybe Justin. Okay, y'all ready to start talking about this? Jump down in the comment section because I know you guys got a lot to say about today's episode. What do you think about the situation with Deacon saying that this is no longer an overdose, that it's something more sinister? We even got Katie confronting Poppy about Tom. And I'm telling you, she's relentless and, in my opinion, stepping over too many boundaries. In regards to Bill and Justin, what do you think about them reuniting? I mean, they obviously did that for a reason, just for the storyline, because the last time we remember, Justin and Bill were on the outs and he was working for the Foresters. And then we had the whole bedroom line and the shots that they were throwing. Steffi is not happy. Hope is poking and pushing Steffi's buttons, and the pep talks, as many as Ridge had to give to Brooke, maybe should take some seats and let somebody else do it, but obviously they have a whole plan with this bedroom line. Let me know your thoughts. Also, check out the Young and the Restless recap for today, as well as, Summer playing hardball with Harrison and Kyle and that whole paternity. And then look like Nikki wants to run Chancellor, which has her, meaning Victoria, keeping that secret from Billy. And Lily had to tell Billy to take several seats on changing the name of that company. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you also like the video, because we want to make sure that you enjoy the content. And until the next one, Soapies, we'll see you all soon. Bye.